And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes her guests. She's a writer and comedian from such shows as Good Mythical Morning and At Midnight. It's Emily Fleming. And he's a television and comic book writer who wants you to know that comics aren't just for kids anymore. They're also for children and young adults. It's Jordan Morris. Tone Zone is here to let you know that if you haven't taken your Christmas decorations down by now, you're officially bumming everyone out. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen. Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison Rosen. Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little Vegemite sandwiches. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon by two different people, Sam Randall and Dave Fippen. And now the fact that Vegemite sandwiches came in twice is making me wonder if this is a reference to something, if we discussed this the last time one of these guests was on the show, but I don't think so. I know Vegemite came up because I do not care for it. I don't like Vegemite. I don't like Marmite. I don't get it.
You got a lot of Men at Work fans listening?
It actually was. Sam Randall and Dave Fippen were in a Men at Work cover band. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, there you go.
It was called Employed Hunks.
Nailed it.
You might have heard of them. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, yes, I am on Patreon. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. You can get bonus episodes of my Patreon podcast, The Friend Zone. Just put up an episode with Elizabeth Lame. Just recorded one with Nora McInerney. And Any Day, Jenna Kim Jones. And then also there's all sorts of Daniel and me episodes where we answer your super nosy or just your respectful, but I like the nosy. No, I don't want to tell you what to send. I like all your questions. Nothing is off limits. Also, there's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back. Sign up for an annual subscription and you get 2 months free.
That's a good deal.
Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. Also, while I'm talking Patreon, the first episode of Todd Perry and my podcast, Allison and Todd After Hours, just went up and the response has been overwhelming. We're really happy with how it turned out. It's just $2 a month, and that's patreon.com/Allison and Todd if you're interested. Okay, enough of the hard sell. I am very excited to welcome my guest. Welcome back to the show, Jordan Morris.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Good to see you.
How nosy were these questions?
I mean, sometimes they're so nosy that I don't answer them, but I appreciate that they came in.
Allison said you could ask them.
Yeah, nothing's off limits. I might not answer them, but usually I do answer them, though. You know, I think, look,
you're an open book.
I'm an open book. I'm trying to think of, like, what's something I wouldn't answer. Like, maybe, like, an occasional thing about a family member who doesn't want to be in the public eye or something.
What do your turds look like?
Oh, my God. You don't even have
Wait.
I just talk about that.
I'm like, wait, what show am I on? Okay, no, that.
I talk about that on the main
That's
show.
a whole separate podcast.
Right.
Turd talk.
Turd talk. Exactly. And I would also like to say hello and welcome first time to the show, Emily Fleming.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I am happy to talk about my turds as well.
I love turd talk.
I also take
Let's
pictures
all go around
of
the horn and talk about our last bowel movement. Was it coiled?
Does anybody take pictures of their like shits when it's impressive with the intention to show someone, and then you're like, who would I show it to? Who would I text?
I don't, but I know people that do that.
This
Yeah.
is
Sure,
valuable.
there's subreddits.
Yeah, I know this is like valuable content, but I don't know where.
This is going to blow some people away. I've never done that.
No?
When I was on aforementioned After Hours, Todd and I were talking about like the perils of potentially filming yourself having sex. And I was saying that I was saying whether I've done that or not. I don't want to give anything away. But I have never taken a picture of my turds.
I also have heard of people doing this.
Yeah, me too.
Probably because I know Emily. What are all these texts? It's at 3 a.m.
You sent me an album.
Just labeled Carl's Jr. What the fuck? I do know people who do this, and I kind of understand the instinct, but and maybe this is some baggage I have, when I notice my BMs, I'm a little ashamed. I'm like, oh,
You even
disgusting.
switched into like clinical talk.
This came out of me. I'm so gross. My diet needs to be better. I can't believe this foul. Is this what's inside me? I feel shame when I
Wait.
look at the poop.
100% of the time?
I will. When I notice it, I try and like flush without giving it without eyeballing it too much. What? Because I know what is going to come into my head, and it's you're disgusting. Why did you have all that corn? How much corn have you been eating?
You should shit in the dark. I don't know.
Ooh, I should.
Yes.
I would love to shit in the dark.
That's a great name for a podcast.
Yeah.
Just a shit in the dark.
There you go.
I have to take a gander like in the middle sometimes. Now, I think
How far did we get into this show before we started talking
I
about
think
this?
for a lady, it's easier.
You got through the plugs. You got through the Patreon stuff.
Because I can just like look through my legs and see what's going on.
Sure.
Wow, I've never done that.
Really?
My
gosh.
my thighs touch a lot.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I gotta spread a little wider
yeah.
as I'm doing right now. But now, men,
Yes.
how much are your
You
man?
rang.
How much are your men?
How much are your man bits getting in the way of taking a look at your shit? While you're
I
going?
can't see anything down there.
Right.
I mean, you can stand up and look.
Okay, so you can't look
Yeah.
while you're sitting down.
I mean, you could.
Would you have to move things out of the way?
There's a lot of balls happening. Like, I've got big, huge, wide balls that cover most of the view.
Guys, I'm getting a text. It's
Yeah.
the Podcast Ratings Commission. It said highest rated podcast of all time.
Can I tell
We're
you?
recording it now?
We have a situation right now
Yeah.
where we have a toilet where the pump thing is like a little bit broken, so it continues to run after you flush it.
And
You
now
have
the
to jiggle
water
it.
commission
Oh,
is
yeah.
contacting.
Yeah, so I got a thing. I'm going to replace it. But while this is happening, one of the side effects is that when you do a BM and you're sitting there and then you stand up, there's nothing in the toilet.
Whoa.
Wow.
Because it's kind
What?
of moving it out, and I go like, I
A
know I
ghost-
did.
A ghost shit.
The
Yeah.
prestige.
It is. That's what that was about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like your favorite toilet, Jordan. You could
Yeah, a
It's the
toilet
shape
where you
of
don't
the
have to
toilet. And then-
confront your own body. That's
I've
Right.
never had that happen.
well, you do too much for this to work. Yours is like
it has a limit.
Right.
Allison.
it's like when you order a bunch of spaghetti and then you've eaten for an hour and there's still a lot of spaghetti left.
That's not true.
I'm sure everybody
Man.
here has lovely, normal movements.
Yes.
So the funny thing is, I recently had
There's nothing funny about this, Allison.
a funny thing.
Right.
I recently had Peter Madrigal of Vanderpump Rules on my show. Are you following
I've never watched
what's
the
it called?
show, but
Scandal?
I watched a video of how they explained it.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
like Homeland style with like
Yeah.
yarn
Right.
and shit. But I don't fully get it. All I know is it's the juiciest thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
like it's nuts. And it was a very fun episode, but that we videotaped it because I knew this was like incredible timing because he was booked like a couple days before this
Before it broke.
Yeah.
Oh, my
and
God.
he decided
Yeah.
people had been like asking him for a statement, and he decided to wait till he came on my podcast.
Such a generous,
Yeah, I know.
awesome thing to
I don't
do.
I don't like know him. He was just so thank you very much.
Congratulations.
But anyway, so
I feel like I should break some news.
oh my God, do you
we
have
should
yeah,
some?
but
break
wait,
some
let's get the
news.
video camera. Here we go.
I'm ashamed of my poops. Is that? Did we already covered that? I've never said that before. That's
That's pretty good.
So that particular episode
Right.
is like going nuts, and I did like a
Got
reel.
into the algorithm.
Yes, I mean I never get into the algorithm. Like I made a reel of it, and it's like
gosh.
almost 200,000
Honey, you're surfing the
views.
slipstream.
Nice.
Which
You're
by the way,
jacking into the
which
net.
doesn't do anything for me though. But
But
it still feels good.
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, so after this happened, I was aware that like there might be new listeners who aren't used
Right.
to my show.
Sure.
And on the
It's
episode
just
right
all
afterwards,
bowel movement talk.
we did a quiz going around guessing what tortoise poop looks like.
Oh.
Because one of my guests has tortoises and talked. I don't know. It came some other.
It's an obvious thing to wonder.
And we had to do a quiz. And Daniel was like on air. He's like, "Are you trying to push the new listeners away?" But I like, Daniel, that you're like back. Your feet are firmly on the ground now, because we've just been talking about shit nonstop, and you haven't even asked like what's what kind of sabotage am I doing?
Oh, they're not still with you.
I know they sloughed off already.
If they don't like this,
Yeah.
who needs them?
Yeah.
Who needs their clicks and money?
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
just
Yeah.
met y'all and we're talking about it, and I've never felt more comfortable on a podcast.
I love it.
So
That's right.
I love it. Okay, I would like to say hello to Daniel Quantz,
Oh.
my husband. Hello.
Hi.
And hello, Tony.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going all right. I'm I know the listeners send in the carbs every week. I was really hoping that it's just permanently beef donkeys from now
Yes.
on, but
Beef donkeys. Jordan,
My
I feel like
favorite
you'll
thing.
appreciate this.
Tell me more.
First of all, and Emily, you will too.
Yeah.
When we say beef donkeys, what do you think that is?
To me, and I've never heard of this. I'm just guessing.
nor should you have.
Is it a regional Dunkin' Donuts thing? Like you can't get it out here, but like in Worcester or
with
whatever, you can get
like beef donuts?
Yeah, you can get like a filled donut that has like
Ooh.
ground beef in it.
It does seem like something that like people from Pittsburgh are
Yeah,
into.
and then people
technically you could say it's regional, a very, very small
It's
region.
micro-regional. Would you like to guess, Emily?
I mean, it just sounds like a really like coy porn. Like a little bit.
Oh, like did you get the hot beef injection from Beef Donkeys?
Right, yeah.
Me like beef donkeys. I'm so cute. Whoopsie.
So, Tony, would you like to share what it is?
Sure. Yeah, I was way too old in life, probably like around 30 or something, when it hit me one day. Oh yeah, my dad is the only person on earth that refers to French dip sandwiches as beef donkeys.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's perfect.
That's so
Is it
cute.
great?
That is like there was a while back when the internet was still fun. There was a like change.org petition to change the name of fire ants to Spicy Boys.
Yes.
And it's like, of course, that's what these things should be called.
Yes.
And yes, beef donkeys. Let's
I
call
love that.
Philippe's home of the French dip.
Right.
And you say you're changing your sign tomorrow. Philippe's home of the beef donkey.
Well, if they were skinny, it might be good. If you had like
Oh, yeah.
skinny
like
versions,
I was saying
slider,
package
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Or like smaller. It suggests that they're like little smaller. Like maybe you get like 4 of them,
Yeah.
like sliders.
Right.
Like you get one
Ooh.
beef dunker or 4 beef donkeys.
Oh, a beef dunker is the big one.
Yeah, that's what you're used to.
Well,
That's the hamburger.
A beef
and
donkey dunker is the person who has it.
That's right. Who's
The one who dunks the beef donkey.
Yes,
Right.
You're
right.
dunking the donkey.
Who's the donkey? Who's the dunker?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Who watches the Watchmen? Sure.
Yes, exactly. I'm the one who dunks. So,
That's good.
I must stop the podcast, but keep recording, Tony. Okay. And say to Emily, you have perfect skin.
I have so much makeup on right now.
But please, gal chat,
Yeah, yeah. Gal chat. Yay, this is cool.
please tell me everything. And what you don't know is when I lock into a topic, I just really,
I
it's
love
all I
that.
lock in. So for a while, there were such topics as termites, the termite situation in the studio.
Oh, wow.
And then when Tony went on tour, my feelings of abandonment because he wasn't here to hear me talk about the termites. What else has, poop, obviously. That's
Yeah.
a perennial. What else have I really been?
Robes. Shut it all
Oh my God, robes. You saw my son has a robe now.
I could get in on robes.
Yeah, robes has been
Robes have
Is there a lizard thing for a while?
there was for a little while. But anyway, because I have just recently, I had like a laser treatment and it was way more painful than they told me it was going to be, even though it wasn't that bad, but still. And then also I've been considering Botox, but I keep putting it off. But like, so now I'm forcing everyone to listen to me have skin and injectables talk.
But you have like great cheekbones. Like
Oh.
you're always going to be
these?
fine. I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
do anything. But if
Thank
you want
you.
to, you should do it.
Right, because
up
it's
to
like
you.
empowering, even though it is fitting into what everyone. It's one of the. It's double edged.
I
Anyway,
think if I did it, it would be be insane. Like looking, I just don't think it would come
Well,
out.
that's
looking
part
good.
of the fear. But so anyway, please, what's going on skin wise? Because I mean, her skin is porcelain. It's porcelain. It's clear. It's perfect. It's the ideal of skin.
I've definitely caked a lot of stuff on because I went. My friend was working the door at an after hours like club, and I just sat with her at the door and helped with the wristbands till like 6 a.m. And
Just to
then-
be nice
It was fun.
and to have fun.
Have power, you know. It felt
Yes.
good being
Did
able to go.
were you
You're a
able to?
gatekeeper.
No.
Were you able to turn anyone away? Did you like send anyone back to their car?
Yes. Well, I didn't really get to do it. I was just, they tried to kind of bully me and be like, come on, you'll let me buy. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. Like but it was really fun. I don't know. But I like almost slept through Jordan like picking me up. He's like, I'm coming. And I just went, oh shit. And I had to wake up and just take a shower real quick. But I just put on a ton of makeup.
But what kind of makeup?
Hang on.
I mean, I just refuse to. I refuse to believe that under this makeup there's anything that's not perfect.
Well, okay, I do go to the dermatologist,
Okay.
and I do the.
See here it comes.
I get the Trentanoan.
Oh,
stuff,
yes.
and that stuff is pretty legit, and it gets rid of your acne too, and then fine lines and all that. And so I put. Let's see, where is it? So this brand, they have this
Ilia.
like.
Oh, I've seen it online.
Yeah, and it smells horrible, the stuff that you put on your face, but it's so good.
Can I take a whiff?
Well, this is the blush. This isn't the one, but you should get it. It's like $80, but it's
But you like
worth
it because this is the one that's like, are you tired of mismatched foundation? Then
No.
Oh, it's not that
This
one.
is not that. It's like
Oh.
this moisturizing kind of. It's not even a BB cream. It's like a serum that's also makeup, and it keeps everything super moisturized. And then you put powder on top of it. But it's
sold.
it's good. It's good stuff. Go to you can just go to Sephora and have them
Okay.
match your like tone for you. But it's legit.
Already changing my life.
Trentanoan and that stuff.
Okay. Now, this club that you worked the door at,
Yeah.
is this like a secret club?
Yes.
Tell us more.
I don't know where it is because I took an Uber with my friend.
They throw a hood over you.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it was. I guess they switch locations a lot. It's because they're avoiding the cops. But yeah, my friend is.
Sounds like a rave.
Yes, and my friend is just this.
Is it a
tough-
blade? Is it a blade situation
It
where the
kind
sprinklers
of-
come on and dump blood on all the vampires?
It wasn't
You
nearly
guys seen Blade
cool
recently?
enough.
Holds up.
I've never seen it, but if blood was dumped on vampires, is that just for like feeding time?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
In the cold open of Blade, it takes place in a rave. It made in the late '90s, so every movie had to have a rave scene.
So that's before.
Oh my gosh.
Before things popped
That is
off.
cool.
This is what it looked
We're
like.
seeing
in
a
there.
photo of a cool
that's
room.
neat.
Rave
So what kind
thing.
what kind of space is that?
It's
a
not very
rectangle.
big, but this is like the music. So it's like, ravey stuff.
Sure.
But it was fun. I got to I hung out with the security guy's wife, who was really cool. And she was like, I have kids, but I'm going to be here till 6 a.m. there with my sister. And I was like,
The kids are in the car.
Yeah. But
Right.
it was fun. I just stayed out really late. But yeah, I had a great time.
I recently, what was I on? I made a reference to exchanging an egg to get the directions. I was greeted with the same faces I'm being greeted with now. Tony, were you there for this conversation?
This doesn't sound familiar.
What kind of egg? Like a
Okay,
bird egg
so-
or your own eggs?
Right. I had to donate my egg. No. This is it's a
exclusive
90210 reference.
Okay.
I know. I think I was on Bridger Weiniger's podcast. I said no gifts. I think it was, which is not aired yet. Spoiler. But anyway, there was an episode of 90210 where they were going to a rave, and to get the directions to the rave, you had to go to like a convenience store and exchange an egg, and that was the code. And I don't know if it was like you'd say, I'm here to exchange. I think you actually had to hand the guy an egg, and then he'd bring you the directions. And then at this rave, everyone was doing Euphoria.
Yeah.
And they had the guy who sold it had like a 4 on him.
Oh,
and this
that was like
ecstasy.
their fake drug.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if anybody is, if there's any Riverdale watchers here.
No,
Yes.
but I feel like I should.
I
be
know
watching
Yes,
it.
you
Jingle
should.
Jangle.
Jingle
right?
Jangle is
my
the Riverdale
God.
drug.
Oh my God.
And it's so serious. They're like, he OD'd on Jingle Jangle. It rules. It's
Rolls
funny
so
every
hard.
time.
And then what's the name of Jughead's sister? Sweet Pea?
Oh,
Or there's a
you know
guy named
this?
Sweet Pea. She's like Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean is
He's
Jughead's
like,
sister.
we gotta find Jelly Bean.
She's hooked on Jingle Jangle.
I love it so
Should I be
much.
watching this show?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty hot on Riverdale.
I also never
But it's
watched.
gotten really weird, right?
Chilling
Is that-
Adventures of Sabrina.
I never watched, but I also never watched Veronica Mars.
I never watched that
Okay.
either. But yeah, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is like kind of attached to Riverdale. They cross
Same
over.
universe.
Is it Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yes,
It is.
but it's
Oh.
like a darker version of it, and it's
I love it.
super fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, I am two seasons into Riverdale.
Oh,
and
it gets crazy.
and it's already nuts, and people say it gets more nuts.
Oh, yes, it does.
I'm excited.
Like what kind of nuts? Like in-
Supernatural stuff.
like aliens and stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like nuts,
and like
nuts.
mafia stuff and
Yeah, I think where I left
mafia stuff.
it's like Archie, Jughead, Betty, Veronica, and they're all in the mob now. You know,
Oh wow.
and
One of them-
they're chasing the serial killer. Betty's chasing the serial
Now-
killer.
Yep,
It's great.
yep.
Okay, I got into Pretty Little Liars for a
Oh.
period of time, and then also, was it a show called Scandal with Emily Vandekamp?
I still get.
Oh, no.
I still get royalty checks.
Revenge.
Revenge. yes.
I had 5 lines
Not
on an episode
Scandal.
of Scandal, and I still get royalty checks from
You
it.
do?
Yeah.
What kind
Uh-huh.
of checks are we talking?
Oh, $4, and I proudly cashed them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Scandal
Hell yeah.
was with Kerry Washington.
Yes.
Yes, that's not the show I'm thinking of. Revenge is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Where I was told it was very good. I got sucked in for a few episodes, but it was very much a network show where my feeling was they don't know where this is going. They're just making a soap opera.
Sure.
Is that how Riverdale is? Or do you feel like they have a vision?
It's a good question. I mean, it's one of those things where like we're kind of used to that kind of TV being doled out differently now. Like the seasons are 25 episodes long.
What?
So the like storytelling is different. And
Yes.
yeah, so I think sometimes, compared to watching I'm trying to think of something comparable on streaming, but a streaming, soapy teen show will have 10 episodes. This has 25. So
like a
like
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Which
Yeah,
I also
yeah.
have been meaning to see.
So yeah,
it's
it's
so
just
fun.
like
Yeah, that's what I heard.
If you just know that like things are longer and it's going to hang out for a little.
I love
Yeah.
that it's like tons of episodes.
Yeah, I think some people
love
like
it.
that about it, but yeah, I think if
Are they
you-
half hour or hour episodes?
They're an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my
I guess they're
goodness.
they're the like 40 the network TV 45 minutes. So
Yeah, it's killer. I mean, there is like a teen run speakeasy at some point.
Oh, I think they just set that up in
Oh,
an
they
episode
did?
I watched.
Oh,
And they're like,
it's so
and Josie
good.
and the Pussycats are going to play every night because they play everything in town.
Yeah.
Everything that has music. Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah,
play.
they're pretty cool. I love that they're
they're
in
great.
there.
Would a 6-year-old like it, or is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
All
There's
right.
hot, steamy stuff
Yeah.
in it. And
Archie
a lot
fucks too
of
many
violence.
teachers.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But it's also kind of violent, like at certain moments.
Our son Elliot, the older one, got into Lady Gaga, kind of, because he was watching a video and he wanted to know what song was playing in the video. It wasn't a music video; it was like cartoon. It was like he's very into Addams Family, so it
She
was
did
like,
she did some sort of soundtrack song or something.
yeah, it's
Right.
called Bloody Mary.
I think I don't know.
Oh no, that's the song. It's one of her regular songs, but it's like started trending on TikTok.
That must be
Oh,
what it
maybe
is.
that's why.
So he wanted. So then we looked up the video for Bloody Mary, and then he had a lot of questions about her.
And then you sent him a link to a
But the
video
okay, let
that
me-
was pretty inappropriate.
Let me explain.
It sounds like the video is pretty inappropriate.
Let me explain. Are we gonna do the rest of the podcast? Oh, switch sides. Are we gonna do the rest of the? Are we just
Well,
the girls? Or,
I'll pan that when I mix it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
3D audio.
I'm getting another text from the podcast ratings board. Everyone stopped listening?
Oh no! Allow me to explain.
Yes.
He wanted to. We were talking about the song "Telephone." I don't know why.
I don't think that's inappropriate.
And on his tablet, I could not find it. And I was like, is this because he's looking at YouTube in restricted mode?
Oh.
So I found it on my phone and sent it to his iPad just to see what happens when I click on it that way. And then it said restricted. But then my mother-in-law was here, and apparently
She watched it with him before we woke up in the morning, and I came out to the living room, and she was just like, Elliot just watched something that was pretty sexy, you know, like
Because they're in prison wearing like spangly underwear.
Is this the
What was her and
I think
Beyonce?
it's tame. I think
feel
that
like
is
it's
a
fine.
very
Yes.
tame. Beyonce's in it,
Yes.
so it's like
I'm-
it's safe.
I'm
And he
fine
was-
with it, but
He said to me,
it
when
was shocking to my mom.
we watched it on the television because I couldn't get it on his tablet, and he said, "Why are they dancing in those outfits?" Or so why are they dancing in their underwear or something? And I explained that like, oh, it's a music video and it's, you know, artistic and creative and people like to design, you know, I just sort of explained what a music video is. But he was more curious about the scene where someone pours poison into a coffee cup. Like he didn't care about the underwear.
Right. He's too young to see nudity and think anything of it.
Yes. It means
It's just
nothing to him.
like it's just like not in their consciousness yet.
Right.
So,
But he is going to start poisoning people. Okay, so I feel like something came up that I wanted to say something about. Daniel and I went to dinner last night to this
yeah.
restaurant
Amazing.
that we.
Love
when was the? It's one of the top 3 meals.
I
try
would
to
say
eat it
it's
every
the
day.
top meal.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
beats dinner? What beats dinner?
yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, there are
Breakfast sometimes beats
Okay,
dinner.
sometimes.
Breakfast
Solid.
sometimes
Really?
beats
Yeah.
dinner.
What about breakfast for dinner, or is it? Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
lunch
Case
heads in
closed.
the audience?
I'm
Anybody
so
with a lunch head
excited.
out?
There you have it.
Yeah. Where is the lunch people at?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
my lunchies? My Lunchables.
Make some noise.
Sound off in the comments if y'all love lunch. If y'all are horny for lunch, let us know. Let us know with hashtag lunchfucker.
I'm sensing big lunch energy from you.
BLE.
Yeah. Okay. So
Get a beef donkey. Have yourself a big old lunch.
That is a lunchy thing.
Yes.
it's totally a lunchy thing.
Yeah.
We do not go out, just the two of us, very often. It's something we should do more often. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Daniel's mom was in town. We went to dinner.
Did you eat inside?
No,
It was just too loud inside.
Yeah,
We would have.
We actually were like, I'm ready to make my inside debut. We've taken COVID too seriously.
Oh, I see.
We haven't eaten inside yet, but I was ready to. But then we were inside, and it was so
It was loud.
It was so loud, and it's not just because we're not used to inside
Yeah.
volume. It was just
Some places, yeah.
very acoustically
I have this.
echoey.
My Apple Watch will now detect sounds, and I'll just get these alerts when
Oh,
things are
really?
too loud. Now it's like, all right, chill out. You know? I'm having a good time.
Has it
It'll
ever
bum
given
me
you
out.
an alert when you've yawned?
What?
Okay.
Do we? Are we really?
Well,
right now?
we are this far into it now. Daniel,
I've stopped doing that.
I love that you've stopped. Thank
now
you.
that you said yawn, now I'm
I know, I do that too.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, Daniel at the end of yawns, he goes,
That's great.
That's
when I'm
satisfying.
really, it feels so good.
I know,
It feels
he-
so good.
he needs, I exaggerated it,
yes.
but I exaggerated the quality of the sound, but I underplayed the volume. He just lets out a little yell at the end, a yell
You just
yodel
gotta
at the
get
end.
it out, you know.
Yeah. And it hurts my ears. So I
Yeah.
brought it up to him, and he claimed that he was never aware of it, so we couldn't do anything about it. But now he has become aware of it, and he has stopped. Thank
No,
you.
see, now-
I'm sorry. I know.
And now my eyes are watering too. This is the worst.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna see the makeup come on.
We're gonna see the real Emily.
the ogre behind.
So this is a restaurant that we've been to a couple times, but it's been a long time since we've been there. So I called last night I did it old school. I didn't make a reservation on Resi or Open Table. I just called.
Love to call a restaurant. Love
because-
to call a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love to call. I just like
Really?
calling places. Yeah, I
Do you
love
like to talk to your
someone
friends on the phone too?
Sometimes I
Do
have
they-
a couple of phone friends.
Do they resent you for it?
Sometimes, yeah. There's
What
there's
is
that
it?
feeling when you
Like,
want to
why?
like go in someplace or call someplace that has online
Sorry, Tony.
services set up. Sometimes you do get that toot of like, why the fuck are you not on the website doing this?
Or just your friends? I mean, like when your friends call you.
Yeah, like why aren't you texting?
Oh, it's people that I know want to talk on the phone. I think I've sussed out which of my friends will talk on the phone and which
Yeah,
won't.
okay.
I feel like
that's
a
good.
mom is
That's
always
good.
up for a phone talk.
oh
My
yeah.
mom. Oh, Gail.
Oh, yeah. A mom,
Gail, yeah. Does Gail like to talk on the phone? Yeah, Gail likes to talk on the phone.
a mom is always up for a
Yeah,
phone talk.
my sister
That's
likes
true.
to talk on the phone. I can, So
Yeah.
like family members.
We do FaceTime. Like
Oh yeah.
Oh
sure.
my God! If moms love
Strictly.
FaceTime even more
my
than just a
dad
phone
loves
call.
it too. My
Yeah.
whole family, and it's always like when my sister is having dinner with them too. So all three of them are there, you get through like the first 5 minutes of, can you hear me? Why can't she hear me? She can't hear me. My sister's like, but I love FaceTime. It's the best.
Tony, I'm sorry that I bonked the microphone with my coffee cup. There's just too much on the table. But I feel the need to address the fact that I did it because I usually give people shit for doing it. So
I like that you think that reflects poorly on him and not just on you,
No.
it being your show and all.
I'm apologizing to him because he shot me a look.
I didn't know what I heard, so I wasn't shooting a look. It was, what was that?
You fixed me in your steely gaze and you shot daggers at me with your soulless eyes. No,
Your shark eyes, your dead shark eyes.
no offense.
I was just gonna say, was I hearing the start of a no offense at the end of that? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Or as
great.
your friend Todd says, no offense, none taken. And I said, I get to decide whether I take offense.
I forgot about
anyway,
that.
we went to dinner.
Where did you guys eat? I want to know where you guys
It's called Mistral.
Okay.
It's in Sherman Oaks.
Love Sherman Oaks.
Yeah.
It's kind of an old
it's my
school.
Is it on
favorite.
Ventura?
Is it?
It is.
I think it is.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's a French restaurant on
Ooh,
Ventura.
a bistro.
And is it a bistro?
Sure.
If you
I
go
don't know
there,
what it is.
I guess I don't
know what a
technically know.
bistro
Yeah, I
is.
guess I don't know.
it's like an upscale
Sometimes-
French.
I just like to let people know I know words.
I just
and I don't know what they mean.
fix.
Ooh, a
me and
restaurant?
his
And you
steely-
had food? I know the word food. I love food.
Yum.
Yum, yum.
So anyway, I call. Do you have any reservations? Not till 8:30. Okay, can I make a reservation for 2 at 8:30? Name Allison. Now, I didn't immediately go to Allison Rosen because I figured if he needs my last name, he's going to ask.
Sure.
And he did. He just put it down as Allison. So, the end of it, we come in. It's very loud. And I say, and it's the guy that's like always, I think he owns it. It's the owner, let's say.
But he's the host.
The host
He
and the
always
owner.
greets you at the front
Yeah.
door
Oh,
and
wow.
seats you. So, yeah.
So I say, hi, we have a reservation. Name Allison. He says, okay, Allison. And I say, is it possible to sit outside? Let me check the patio for you, Allison. So he's like very using my name.
Right.
Goes out.
Tom Cruise does that, they say.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise
I
learns
did.
everyone's first name and says it to you constantly.
Right.
This is some real Dale Carnegie shit.
Yes, it was very. We even talked about Dale Carnegie's book, which I haven't read, but I feel like I should someday because it's a classic. So anyway, okay, Allison. Oh, there's a party outside. They're finishing up dessert. Can you wait 5 minutes, Allison? And I said yes. And then we go outside, and I'm like, this guy really likes to use my name. And then have dinner. We order. They have tuna tartare and steak tartare on the menu.
Ooh.
2 tartares?
We did. Yep.
We ordered 2 tartares, and Daniel said to the waiter, to the server, "Is it crazy for us to order 2
I
tartares?"
was
tongue in
fucking with
cheek.
him. I was being, yeah.
And he was
Fun. That's
like,
a fun customer move.
Listen, I'm fun.
He's
but-
fun.
Yeah.
he was like, "No,
I had the funnest guy at
Yeah,
work
he's
today.
like, he's like, no, I've seen that before.
Yes, he was just so. He was so.
Yeah, shut up.
Which, by the way, makes it feel weird now all of a sudden.
Yes,
'cause
no.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then Daniel goes for round 2. When he delivers it, Daniel's like, "So we're not like doing something crazy?" No. So anyway, here's
What were you looking for?
I don't know. I'm trying to spice up
They
their
have a
night.
nickname for you now. Whatever you could say. Oh, 2 tartares.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
there's 2
2 tartares.
tartares.
Oh
are coming
boy!
in.
All hands on deck. We got double-decker 2 tartares.
So on our way out, and now
By the
it's
way,
like,
tartar is 2 tars.
oh my God, this is a real La Brea tar
So I could have
pit.
just gone tartar.
So just like a bunch
It's
of Kate
4 tars.
Blanchetts.
I should just order 4 tars.
Yes.
That's going to be the sequel to Tar. Not Tar 2, but 2 tars. Tar 2, 2 tars.
Tartar. Oh my lord, that's perfect.
I have a twin sister, even more problematic than I am.
I need to talk about tar,
Yeah.
singular.
But now we're talking about tartar.
After no, I know, but I want to after post
Where's
tar
Tony, where's the Tar Talk drop? Tar Talk.
after the tartar talk, we're going to tar because I have a question.
Why is it? It's funnier the more you do it.
Tartar, I know. So anyway,
Right.
on our way out, the guy looks at me and he goes, "Allison."
Allison. He's just sitting there.
very
and,
weird.
and it was after closing, so they
Yes,
were not many people
our
there.
fault. We weren't
They
trying to
took a
close
while.
the place down. We love them, but yes, we wondered if they forgot our meals because they're like they filled up on the tartars. But anyway, yeah, he just goes, "Allison." And then we walked out, and I was like, "Okay, what is happening?" kidding. I felt like he thinks my name is not really Allison, but he and I have together agreed to refer to me as Allison or something. It was the weirdest thing.
It could have been like Allison, like wink, wink, like I get.
Like you thought you were like you.
Tonight I'm Allison.
Famous to the point where you make your reservations under a different name or something.
I mean, that's so flattering. Thank you. But no, I don't know. I don't think he actually thinks this. I'm saying that was like the vibe of the way he said it. Or
we just did it right that night, and it was just like, Allison, you came here, you ordered.
I've heard about the tartares. No one has ever ordered two.
The more you say your name, it's like, that is such a cool name.
oh, thank you. That was
it's fun to say.
maybe he just likes saying it.
Yeah.
You may have said this. Forgive me if so. Please.
I
beg you.
I can't make any promises.
Was when you called, was that who answered the phone?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you were like one of the few that called and that
Oh,
just
maybe.
like
He loves getting a call,
Yeah, maybe that guy is
There you go.
he's a big call head.
Yeah, he's the Jordan of that restaurant.
Call head.
No one calls anymore. Except for Allison.
Allison. I mean, he said it like it was like Jiminy Glick, Harvey Firestein. Is that his name, Harvey Firestein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that style. But also, Daniel and I wonder if he thinks that I just go by Allison one name because I gave my name as Allison,
Yeah.
and then Daniel and I had to like role play.
Right.
When you call a restaurant, would you immediately give them your first and last name?
Like, do you automatically, if they say, what's your name, do you say your full name, or would you just start with your first name and have them ask for the second
I
name?
do too, because my name is so common.
well,
There's
Allison's
so
not that
many-
rare.
Well, but I think Emily is like everybody was named Emily in the 90s and 80s. And so it's like I was always Emily F in school. So
Right.
I
Got
did
it.
have to like clarify.
Emily's and Jenny's.
Katie's.
Yes, I
Heather.
don't. There's not that many young Katies anymore. I don't know if there are young Katies.
My thing is that he's been doing this a while, and he was like, how many Allisons at 8:30 are there going to be? There might be an Allison at 8, there might be an Allison at 9,
Yeah.
but there's only one Allison.
It
at
is a
8:30.
fun name to say. It's
mean,
like the
thank
3
you.
syllables, Allison. Like it's fun to say. Like you can't be like Lois or something like that.
Barb.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, maybe, but the way he said it. At the end, I was like, okay, what is going? Where's
Wait,
Ashton Kutcher?
Did he like your vibe?
I feel like maybe I passed
I feel like
the
we were the
vibe
youngest
check.
people there too. By the
Yeah,
way,
we
It's like
were.
a lot of
Is
older
there a?
folks.
Did you at all consider that maybe he likes the podcast and knew who you were and was like, trying to like.
He's
signal-
definitely your core demo. Older French-looking guys.
Older French bald gentleman.
Yes.
I didn't consider that, but once again, I do like to think that.
That would be cool.
That would be so awesome.
I think you should assume it.
I will. From now on, I will. Okay. Tar Talk. I haven't seen it.
My
neither.
my favorite NPR show.
I haven't seen it either, but I've seen a lot of Think videos from
You have.
YouTube about it.
I haven't even seen anything about it, but Robin Shore, who was on the show last week. Oh, you know what? I said that last week we talked about tortoise poop, but that was 2 weeks ago. For anyone who's suddenly confused.
Listen, you got to get the weeks right.
Yes,
Allison.
Allison messes up her dates.
How he's a pirate.
Now I can't remember. You know what? Who cares? I'm getting
Tar?
bogged down in the details. She was saying the way she described
She said it was like uncomfortable for
yes,
her.
it's like not a pleasant viewing. And something that she said made me say, "Oh, is it like highly stylized?" And she said, "Yes, but like not in a fun way." Who here has seen it?
I have seen Tar,
Okay.
and I really like Tar, but I understand if someone's like, I didn't like Tar, I'm like, cool, good opinion, that's correct. It's like kind of, it's very slice of lifey, and that sometimes you're not sure how much time has passed, or like
In the movie or while
in the
you're
movie
watching?
or in your
in the movie.
Okay.
So yeah, it is very much like here are a lot of moments from a life.
so it's arty.
It's maybe kind of like The Fabelmans in that way. Another Oscar-nominated movie
I
from
liked
that
The
year.
Fable.
Which I
I
haven't
also like
seen.
The Fabelmans.
But is it like? Are you like? Oh, this is artsy.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's. But it's not like and then we cut to a flower wilting,
Right.
and then then you see the Big Bang. It's not that, but it is
Right.
like
a lot of acting.
It's a lot of acting, and it's like a non-traditional movie structure.
Does it feel like an indie?
It does, yeah. But like that has kind of star quality acting in it.
Yeah, I'd say it's artsy. I can't think of a more relatable
Yeah.
job than a conductor of a symphony. Like,
Right.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. But if someone did not enjoy it, I understand that.
But
Yeah.
like,
And she's like a tough, she's like a problematic character, and that's the thing. It's like,
how so?
I think the idea is that she has a scandal where she is like dating people who work under her and like seducing them. So,
but also hates like woke culture and stuff.
yeah,
like
and so she's kind of a like, and it's weird because she kind of has a like viewpoint that we associate with like an old straight white guy.
Right.
yeah, she's the Joe Rogan of conductors.
Yeah, so she like there's an early scene where a student is talking about like, oh, I only like to direct, music by, conductors from marginalized groups, and she like tears him down in front of the whole class. So, something we associate with,
Interesting. Does
Yeah.
it make you confront your own
Ooh,
self?
I love that.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if I ever I'm with Tar, Tar's right. I think to me, Tar was like an interesting asshole to watch. I don't think I ever like sympathized with Tar, but it was fun to watch, and Cate Blanchett is great, and it has a really weird, funny ending. It's like last couple of shots are great. So I'll say that it kind of like has this weirdo, funny dismount that really like hammered it home for me.
Is it a movie where you walk out going, "What did I just watch?"
Not in that. Yeah, not in that way.
I'm trying to think of the last movie where I
know.
walked out.
She
going,
won
like,
for
"What did I
Blue
just-"
Jasmine, and I feel like that's kind of maybe the same intensity. Is it?
Oh, I never saw Blue Jasmine,
Oh yeah, I think
Um,
she won the Oscar for that.
but it's not like a David Lynch movie.
Okay.
It's not like a collage that has dream logic.
Got it.
But it is like, yeah, but mostly for me, it was like, how much time has passed? Where are we? We're coming into the middle of this scene. And it's just kind of like, you just kind of have to accept like, okay, this is not following a 3-act structure. This is just like moments
Right.
from a life. But
That sounds sort of interesting.
I feel like all Oscar movies are hard watches. For the most part, except for Everything Everywhere
Yeah,
All at
which
Once.
was just,
that
like,
was
fun.
delightful.
Maybe like confusing at times, but just like a blast,
I
a
just
fucking
was like,
blast.
I don't care where we are, what this means.
Sure.
I'm just on the ride, man.
Yeah, that was a fun Oscar movie.
Yeah, for sure.
I also haven't seen that one, but I intend. Okay, what should I see first? Tar or Everything Everywhere? All at
Everything
Once?
Everywhere.
Easy.
Or
Yeah.
Riverdale?
Do we think?
Yeah, watch 6 seasons of Riverdale that
Yes.
have 25 episodes each, then Everything Everywhere All at Once, then Tar.
Do you think kids could watch Everything Everywhere?
I mean, there's like the butt plug
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I was just thinking. There's some butt plug stuff.
There's some butt plug
But I don't
stuff.
think they have to know what it is. There's a guy who falls on it
Yeah,
ass first.
Is
But
he okay?
he's great. He does kung fu with it in.
Oh my god! Is he
awesome.
Is he unable to get it out?
it's complicated.
I don't know how they resolve the butt plug thing. That's a good
No,
question.
it's just a weird thing. You just should watch it. It's great.
Does it make? Do you have a visceral reaction like your butt puckers when you see it?
No, it's funny.
my butt puckered.
Really?
But again, maybe this is baggage. I clearly have butt baggage. I don't like my boobs.
A lot of us do.
I clinched when the butt plug went in. What's my damage, man?
Now, so I learned something about my husband, and we've been together for a long time, so you'd think I would know everything about him. But he submitted a review to the Zagat guide that didn't make it.
Really?
Please explain.
Zagats.
I love when she tees up these like little thing. I'll just mention it, and she's like, "Okay, we're talk about that on the show."
What about butt plug made you think of that?
Nothing.
Oh,
Not
okay.
it. This is-
I'm just preparing myself.
No, wait. When you hear what it is, maybe there actually
There it
was
is.
a little.
Well, there was a restaurant that I used to go to. It was in Brentwood on Montana. It's not there anymore.
What was it called?
It was, I can't remember. It started with a B. It was like something
Butt
like
plug.
Boogaloo. No, it was like, and they had this really delicious Italian wedding cake, and
Ooh.
it was so good. And at the time, this is pre-internet. Well, not pre-internet, but pre-phones, and I would use the Zagat guide, and how they have the quotes in the middle, like everything's like quotes. And on the website, you could submit your own reviews to these places, and I just submitted a review for this place that said that they have a cake that tastes like God's underwear. We're hoping that just because I wanted it to be,
Sure.
yeah. And she
That's,
thought,
I mean, that's distinct. I want to know what it tastes like.
I wish
now.
you said panties.
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Now that I'm
panties.
now that I'm super woke, I would have.
But also
But back
panties is a
then-
funnier word.
It is. You're right.
What I thought God's
You should
underwear
hire
would make
Emily
it.
to punch up your reviews.
Yeah. God's boxer briefs. God's
Yeah.
MeUndies.
God's thong.
Use offer code MeUndies.com/God for 27% off.
I think Sam Harris took that. No, he's the opposite.
Oh, way to bring it down.
I know. I
you
don't
were
know who
having
that is.
fun.
Oh, Sam, I barely know who that is, but Sam Harris is like a noted atheist and has a podcast called
Yeah, he
Waking
has
Up.
all that stuff. He's like an anti-Muslim guy. He's the
Sounds
guy that
cool.
wrote an article like in defense of torture right in the middle
He
of the Iraq
did?
War. Yeah.
Oh, he's a regular tar.
Sounds like a real tar.
I didn't realize all I knew was that
his
atheism.
mom. I think his mom was one of the creators of the Golden Girls or something.
Really?
Yeah,
man.
he's like an entertainment baby,
A Nepo baby. That's what they call them.
nepo baby. That's like the wafers, only babies.
That's
Just get a pack of babies.
What is it? A dunker of babies?
Yeah.
baby dunker.
A donkey of babies?
That's
When you dip them in some au jus,
gonna
makes the
make
baby so tender.
I was gonna make like a really dumb baptism joke about baby dunkers.
Oh my God, that's a great one. You should do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I should have done it.
Yes.
But I missed my window.
That's what you will call like Baptist ministers,
Baby dunkers.
but baby dunkers.
Yes.
Check out the baby dunker over there. And like pointing at a church.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I feel like I don't know if you guys baptize your kids, but I feel like baptisms are like
We
the
did not.
vaccine for going to hell. Because there's like
like it
COVID
keeps
vaccine.
you-
Oh right,
But
right,
this
right.
is like, oh yeah, you dunk him and then he's good.
Yes.
He's like immune,
Yeah.
immune
It's
to
You got to
hell.
get them
It's
dunked
insurance.
every
So they-
year. There's
Yeah.
a new
They're all
variant of that.
anti-vax, so it just means they're going to heaven sooner.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I shouldn't have laughed that hard. That's people are going to think.
Yeah.
Listen, everyone. It's so stressful when you're trying to buy tickets to, say, a sporting event or some other kind of popular event last minute, and it shouldn't be stressful. And that is why you need the Game Time app. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you with killer deals on last minute tickets and their best price guarantee. You can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have. For a Dodgers versus Angels game, you can get $10 last minute tickets right
Wow.
now. That's right. And then also, there was something else. I was looking at the app. Oh yeah, so WrestleMania is coming up.
Are you kidding? Wait, what's the deal? What's the deal you get for WrestleMania?
I forget exactly what it said, but it was something like quite affordable. I think. Okay, don't quote me. on
Okay,
this.
I won't
I
quote you,
want to
but
say
I'm
that it
gonna
was
look
like
it up.
$53 at SoFi or something.
God,
Yeah,
okay.
I know, which is like really good. Wait, are you into? We'll get into that
I'm
after.
getting into it. Okay.
I have just recently gotten into
Yes,
it. Oh
me
my
too.
goodness. This is why the Game Time app is perfect for us because we're people who have just recently got into wrestling. So obviously we didn't purchase our tickets way in advance and we need to do it last minute. Forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. Get images of your seat before you buy so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. You can buy tickets in a matter of seconds, 2 taps, and you're set. The tickets are sent directly to your phone, so you never have to dig through your email. You can snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BESTFRIEND for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code BESTFRIEND for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I also want to tell you that this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. I know that when I started therapy, I was single and dealing with like all the stuff that comes from dating and, well, look, my own journey was different than some of yours and similar to some of yours. Actually, I was mostly just trying to figure out like how to not become addicted to the relationships I was in. But now I'm a mom and I have kids and I have this podcast. And so my, learning about myself is totally different. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk things through. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/bestfriend today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/bestfriend. Okay. Perfect. So, Emily,
Yeah.
you're just getting into wrestling? Because I am the number 1 or number 2 wrestling podcast hosted by someone who doesn't know much about wrestling but has had wrestlers on.
This is great. That's a great podcast. Love to do that. Yeah, I don't know. It was on a bunch of TVs and stuff at a bar, and I was like, I want to go to that. And then there was a bunch of people going, we're all going to that.
Oh, wow.
Cool. So now that I know, I'm like, you want to go, Jordan? We should get people to go.
Boy, I went to some wrestling as a kid. The last time I was interested in wrestling, the big ones were The Ultimate Warrior,
Oh, yeah.
Jake the Snake Roberts, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. So if they're still wrestling, count me in.
Were you watching?
I don't know, but I was
Okay.
like, this looks like a blast. And also, I want to drink there.
We went
That's
to
like, I wanna
we
do
went to the last hour of a recent AEW thing, and we're gonna go this Friday to Ring of Honor is
Yes.
having a show at the
Dalton
Galen.
Castle, who
Dalton
has
Castle's
been on this
gonna be
show.
wrestling.
Yeah, he's going to be wrestling. And Colt Cabana's going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
Yes.
That guy's been on Jordan Jesse Go a couple times.
And-
Yes.
Very funny
He
dude.
went, and he's been on my show a few times, and he mentioned you. And he mentioned, did he text you to get you to go to
Oh,
Festival of, wait, what is
yes,
it called?
So Colt Cabana is
Something Juggalos?
Colt Cabana wrestles. I don't know if he still does, but at one point he was a wrestler at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
That's what I was
the
looking for.
Insane Clown
Yes.
Posse Music Festival, and he played his character, if I'm remembering this correctly, is like Sergeant Narc or something. So
He has a few different characters.
he plays
yeah.
like a bad guy cop who everyone can boo, and he's like, "I heard there's weed here," and everybody goes, "Boo!" And he's like, the asshole cop you love to boo. Yeah, I would love to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos. I love any outdoor music festival, and I also love Fago, I guess, the regional soda.
Well,
there.
I have a feeling that the Juggalos Festival is awesome.
It's Gathering of the Juggalos. I was like, what is it?
Well, no, I know it's not
Juggalos
called that, but I'm just
Festival.
calling
Yes.
it. Well, no, I'm just calling it
The
that.
Juggalos Fair. No, there's also a new metal festival happening in Vegas in May.
What's that called?
Sick New World or something.
Oh,
and
sick.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Are you into metal?
New metal, yes.
metal.
Oh, but
I
like
sure
what?
am. Corn, Evanescence, Stained. Who else?
Head PE? Are they still around?
I don't know. Like POD is going.
G, payable on
Slipknot?
death.
Are they new metal?
I think they kind of came out at the time. Like they got popular when Corn and like Coal Chamber and all that shit
Yeah.
was out, so people think of it as grouped in.
I didn't know that Korn was still playing.
Oh yeah. I went to Ozfest in 2019, and it was just Jonathan Davis. It wasn't all
not
Korn,
Monkey and Fieldy?
No, but his stuff was really.
If Monkey's not there,
cool.
I'm not going.
Yeah, his
no
stuff
dice.
was really cool. I liked his solo stuff.
But he's performing as Korn?
But no, he's
Okay.
This is going to be Korn, the whole band.
Got it.
So, they have a TikTok that's really good too.
They do?
They have they all wore white and did "I Want It That Way" the Backstreet
Yeah.
Boys
That's
song,
cute.
and Korn sang it, and I was like, these guys are great. I love these guys. So,
Was he interviewed for the Woodstock '99 documentary? Or
No.
Was it,
no.
no. Who was the one? That
Was it Dave Navarro?
No. It was one of those guys, a new metal guy, but it wasn't. I thought
Not
it
Limp
was-
Bizkit.
Maybe it was. I don't think it was him.
thought
They
was the guy from
talked a
Korn.
lot about Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I think it was okay. Wait. Was it? It's a DJ.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was like Skrillex or
There was
somebody.
Fatboy Slim.
Fatboy Slim. That's
Yeah.
who I think they interviewed.
Yeah, I know he was in that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who, because I don't think Korn. Or no,
Maybe-
Korn was Korn there.
I think
Yeah.
Korn
I
was
could
there.
be wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think they may have interviewed him.
I think
Yeah.
Vegas has just like a plot of land now that they just use for like micro targeted music festivals. I'm going over Memorial Day for punk rock bowling, and it's
Ooh.
a like music festival for a very specific pocket of punk rock. Like,
For you.
like yeah. So
Is
like,
it Vandals?
No, God, I wish the Vandals were going. Oh my God, if the Vandals would play punk rock bowling, that would be great. But no, it's like a Bad Religion. It's like a Rancid. I think maybe the
Descendants often
Descendants.
play.
I've seen Descendants there many times. It is a blast. But yeah, just like so particular. But also, you'll get like a Devo. You'll get like an English beat.
Cool.
You'll get a.
And there's bowling.
There's a bowling tournament that I don't participate in, but I have some friends who are very serious about the bowling part of it. But yeah, there's like the new metal one. There's a 90s R&B one. Oh, Tony, you guys did the...
We're doing it this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it called?
When We Were Young.
Oh yeah, there was a music festival. I think
Way
That makes me feel great.
I know.
God.
Old people festival.
Just
Yeah,
AARP.
Pretty much. Sure.
Here's your
R&B.
Here, get your walkers ready.
We have one of those grabber things. That you get.
Sponsored by Sizzler. Get your coupon for your 4 p.m. dinner.
We have two grabbers, and they do come in handy. Okay,
I know. I'm not saying they don't.
No, I know. I remember. So my parents have like an array of grabbers of different sizes, and I remember this guy came to pick me up, and we went out, and he's like, "Doesn't anyone bend over in this house?" Try to avoid it, but. But anyway, I went to a music festival in Las Vegas many years ago. I
Great
got to
story.
see the Bacon Brothers. The Bacon Brothers played.
Oh.
I forced my friend JR.
Ooh.
Wait, that's why you went? Was
no,
to see them?
but that's why we went the day we went. Like we went early because I really wanted to see the. I love Kevin Bacon. I really want to see the Bacon Brothers. But anyway, it was called Eatum, EAT. It was EAT''M, and the logo was like an apple with a bite out of it, and it stood for Emerging Artists Something Music. And I think it was just a 1-year festival. Will you look it up? The Eatum Music Festival.
Yeah. We're just gonna sit silently.
Yeah, we're gonna. We'll wait.
While
No
Tony reads
pressure.
Wikipedia.
We're gonna wait.
This is the show.
Emerging artists. What could the T have been? Tony Music.
There aren't very many
Nailed it.
T words.
Emerging artists.
There's an article from 2004 saying the future of that festival is uncertain. I'm trying to find emerging artists and technology in music.
Oh yes, that rings a bell.
That sounds like the category that they don't tape for the Grammys.
Right.
Right. Exactly. All right. I'm looking at the time. I just got to take a moment to assess where we are. Well, Emily, I feel like you should tell everyone how they might know you.
Okay.
I mean, normally I do this. I have people plug at the end, but still.
Okay.
Right now they might be like,
This is a-
how do I know her?
I'll do a combo.
Okay, perfect.
I'm on Good Mythical Morning. I'm a writer on the show, but then I'm also on camera, just like Jordan is on camera very often. And then I'm also working with the Mythical Kitchen. I do a series called Meals of History where we do historical meals, and I get to play a character from that
That's fun.
era, which is fun. I mean, I don't know if it's a very accurate character. I do list a lot of facts beforehand, and I get the weird ones because Josh, the chef, he does the really accurate facts about history, but I do get a really weird list going, and I don't think people realize that I'm saying true things because it's all the
So
weird
it's like
facts.
it's like what did they eat on the Titanic, and
Yeah.
what was served at the first day of Disneyland?
Yeah, thank you, Jordan. You're way better at explaining what I do. We found the last menu on the Titanic,
wow.
and we did the final meal, and then we've done
Anything bizarre? Like were they?
No, it was just the most delicious meal I've ever had.
Really?
It was
Was there
so
tartare?
good. No, it was like a I think filet mignon, and then there was like a duck fat. What is that thing called?
Foie gras?
Yeah.
Or comfy?
Comfy. Yeah. And then it was it was just delicious. And then we did Abraham Lincoln's inaugural feast, and that was a lot of beef tongue jello situation, but it was really good.
I've never had tongue, and everyone always like it's really good.
It's really good. And so we've done weird stuff like that. We did Elvis's wedding cake.
What was that like?
Unsuccessful. It fell because it's supposed to be this huge cake, and it was that's one of my favorite episodes. So I think you should watch the Elvis one. I think it's really funny. But yeah, I guess that's how people would know me.
So beef tongue jello, it was good.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Were there chunks of tongue in it?
Yeah. And some carrots. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta
Jordan,
get that
have
in
you
there.
had tongue?
No, I don't know. Oh, I've had like a lengua taco before.
Yeah.
And like that's very good and, spiced to perfection.
Wait, you did Food Fears.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
What did you
so
eat?
Good Mythical Morning, the YouTube channel, has all these kind of like offshoot channels and sub challenges and stuff like that. And they had one where you would tell them one of your favorite foods, and then they would make the like gross version of it. So I said breakfast burrito, love a breakfast burrito, and then they made one that had testicle in it, beef testicle, and it was real gross.
Yeah, he
Really?
had to take a little bite
Surprise.
of it raw.
I had to have a bite of a
Raw?
I think a cow testicle, a bull testicle.
That's a tartare in a way.
That's it
No,
was
it's like a
kind of
big
tartare.
dish.
You ate it raw?
Yes.
They make you do it
For
at
an
the top.
internet video, though. So
But wait a
Yeah.
minute.
it was worth it.
But you mean raw, like literally raw, like
I think it was
uncooked.
boiled.
It was boiled for
okay.
safety.
So
Got it.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. Sounds amazing. I would love to have a boiled testicle.
So you mean unseasoned?
Unseasoned.
Okay,
yes,
I
yeah.
thought you meant like
right
Yeah, I
out
thought
the
you
sack.
meant raw.
I mean, it kind of looked raw when
It did.
you
Yeah,
ate
it's
it.
very gross.
what did it taste like?
Gross.
Oh boy, this was a while ago.
Well, have you ever sucked off a cow or a bull?
I haven't
Yeah,
really.
so when
Yeah.
you're
You screamed a little when you ate it. I think you were like, ah!
Yeah.
But like if you hadn't known what it was, I'm wondering how much it's psychological and how much did it taste
Great
like?
question. I think even if someone's just like, have a bite of this mystery meat, it would still have been
Oh, yeah.
like, weird and gross.
Did it
Yeah.
taste like? I'm imagining it would taste like urine.
Oh no, I don't think that's where pee comes from.
Well, no, I
yeah,
know.
honey.
What?
Balls aren't filled with pee, Allison.
I know, but I just
No, yeah, I
gross
understand
meat
because it's
in my
near
mind.
pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, can I conjure up? I just felt just like slimy matter.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
like
I didn't. I wish
The whole,
lost
this
Daniel.
whole, yeah. No.
I'm just remembering I just had Rocky Mountain oysters on the kitchen channel. I forgot to mention these are all on YouTube.
yeah, these are all for your viewing pleasure, right there.
Oh
Boot
yeah,
'em up on
I
your
didn't
phone.
But
think about
anything
the
deep, I feel like you
texture.
could almost deep fry anything and it'd be okay.
Yeah, it was kind of good.
Yeah.
I liked the Rocky
Do they have a
Mountain
dipping
oysters.
sauce?
I can't remember, but I
Semen.
remember being like, if I eat this and like it, is it like when you eat people meat and then you get addicted?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know.
Is that what happens?
No, I just asked him the question because I was scared. But
Oh, I eat her balls now.
exactly. But it was all right. It was all right. I ate a scorpion on the show.
yeah, a
It
lot
was
of
the bottom of
eating on
a
this
tequila
thing.
bottle, so it was like whatever.
Sure. You're like, well, I'm drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all eaten a scorpion when we've had a few too many, right? Come
Yeah,
on, we're all
totally.
in college.
yeah.
When they're now Rocky Mountain oysters,
Uh-huh.
do they have an oyster texture? Is that why they're called that?
I don't know why they call it that.
I think it's just a silly thing.
It's also
Okay.
the
Someone
shape
came up
of like an oyster. I guess
Right.
it's like a glob. But it was really big. He like sliced them up in front of me, and it was like you just kind of gotta dissociate while that's happening. But it was pretty good. I don't know. It
but
was
Jordan, yours
juicy.
was not.
Mine was not good. And then the burrito they made with it. And I think the goal was like, can we make these delicious? They could not.
It's interesting.
Wait, they made a burrito with it?
They're very talented over there.
They
but
are
apparently the
incredibly talented mythical kitcheneers.
It's interesting that people sign up for Food Fears because it's really like the show version of like, ew, smell this.
Right.
It wasn't. I don't think it's more of a sign up thing. I think it's they ask you and they're like, "Can you do this,
Sure,
please?"
yeah.
Right.
I did one and we did durian, which is
Oh
that-
yeah.
It was delicious.
What is
I don't-
it?
Durian. It's this like really pungent fruit. I can't remember what.
It's supposed to smell awful.
Yeah, and it's like it's got some stank on it, but I don't know. I liked it. You're supposed to like take the seed out and like suck the fruit meat off of it, but it's kind of like gooey and snotty.
That reminds me, our son Owen has this little blanket, and it's got like this satin, silky like edge on it. And
I had that blankie.
yes,
Sure.
and every night he like traces his fingers until he finds this particular spot. It has to have that spot, and then he wraps it around his finger. And Allison asked him what.
Well, first he told me, he said, I'm looking for the stank.
and he calls that spot
named it
his
the
stank.
stank.
His stank.
Why? Is he like?
I don't know.
I don't
He's
know.
just,
But then the next night he called it his deet. And I said, is it your
deet or
or
stank?
And he said stank.
and he goes stank.
That
This kid rules, man.
Guys,
He's
I have a
pretty
video of
hilarious.
it. Do you want to hear it?
I want to
This
hear.
kid likes Lady Gaga and putting
Well, no,
stank
this is
on
the
it.
other one.
That could be a game you play on the show, Stank or Deet.
Stein or Deet?
Gotta find his stank.
That's funny.
All right, give me a moment. I know. Sorry.
But he made me a Choco Taco with a durian.
Oh.
It wasn't very good. I mean, it was better than whatever you had, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, so Good Mythical Morning. This is the guys that used to do the commercial. Did they used to do
Yeah.
commercials?
They
Those
sure
were
did.
great.
They
yeah,
were
that
great.
I liked that. You talking that IFC show?
Yeah.
I used to like that.
And they
show,
stopped
yeah.
doing those, right? Or did they?
Well, I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. They just came out with a new. I mean, it's an old channel, but they're putting new content onto it.
Okay.
And it's the Rhett and Link YouTube
Yeah,
channel, and they've
Rhett
got
and
all
Link.
kinds of weird stuff on it. And
Okay.
they just had something really cool come out. It's like we dig a medium-sized hole. I know. You should just watch it. I know it sounds like
I'm listening.
What does that mean? But it's
Medium,
them,
you say?
them like philosophically like analyzing
Like
what that means.
What's a medium size hole?
Yes, and they have like a whole like argument. It's so
It's fun. It's
funny.
like a variety show now. So
Sure.
it's kind of like games and challenges and
Yeah.
history stuff.
Yeah,
and
the
those kinds
channel
of fun.
that we often are on, the main channel, Good Mythical Morning, it's almost like everything is kind of a science experiment. We're trying to like, there's a hypothesis, we're trying to like come to a decision on something. Like I wrote one about what soda, we did a blind taste test of the vessel for the best soda. So the can,
Oh,
the,
okay.
the tap, the
bottle.
plastic bottle or the glass bottle.
Now you're here with bottles. Does that spoil the outcome?
No, it's.
Okay.
I think you should watch it because it's not what you think. Everyone thinks tap. Everyone's like, oh, and we did the McDonald's
don't
because
think
they
that,
say
but I
it's
know
the best.
I know people.
That's my bias.
Jenna
my
Kim
bias
Jones.
is that,
yeah.
like, yeah.
Will
I will
only-
say-
she needs a fresh Diet
They
Coke.
Mountain
kinda said
Dew
that.
at 7-Eleven in the tap is better than Mountain Dew in a can or bottle.
But if you did this test blind,
I might not
I
think
think
so.
you would be surprised
Wow.
which one you would pick.
Wow.
Because one of them pretty much won across the board, and it's not the one you would think.
It's can.
Yep.
Well, they say there was
Soda head over here.
well, they
Yeah.
like beer heads will say that canned beer is better because it is sealed, whereas a bottle has a little tiny bit of oxygen that it lets in, and so
Right.
it actually is tastier out of a can.
Yeah, you should watch the episode because it's really fun. But then I wrote other ones where it was like condiments, like the glass,
Right.
plastic, or the packet. And spoiler alert, packet won every time.
Maybe it's the seal.
It's the seal.
Yeah.
Do you do a character with Matt Lieb?
Yes.
Okay, I had him
People
on recently.
hate it.
Oh, really?
Well, Reddit hates it. Oh man.
Oh,
Wow.
well, Reddit hates everything.
That's true. Well, that's
Not
true.
everything, but-
yeah, we do these episodes called Food Feuds. We have Food Fears. We got Food Feuds. We got all the FFs. And they taste two competing restaurants, like, you know, the kind of parallel menu items, and then they score them to decide which chain does it better.
Okay.
So like if they'll
That's
do like,
like
you know,
Doughboys. It's cool.
a KFC or Raising Cane's versus a Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he and I play, you know, competing servers from the two places. But we came up with these characters before the pandemic. Oh my God, it's been like 3 years we've been doing these characters. No wonder people hate it. But these two characters that worked at competing pizza places. One was Pizza Hut, one was Domino's, and they're both new metal style goths. And they're basically secretly in love with each other, but they work at competing pizza places.
His character's name is Brick.
Dirk.
Dirk.
And I'm Patty.
No, Brick. Dirk and Patty. I like that.
I went to Hot Topic and got all these fake piercings. I was having so much fun. It's basically the character I was in middle school, but I get to have piercings and stuff.
That does sound fun.
That is
What a
fun.
really
fun
fun.
enterprise they all are.
Yeah.
How did you get hooked up with the Good Mythical Morning
Actually,
crew?
this gentleman sitting next to me,
Jordan Morris?
Yes, because Jordan was a writer on there for a while, and then there was like an opening, and he was like, "Yeah, you should come to the Christmas party and like kind of mingle and meet people," and then wrote a packet, and I love it. It's really
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a great job.
And you're wearing multiple necklaces, which just came up on the show.
Really,
Yes, not your neck.
a
but
neck party is what
yes,
you called
we
it.
called it a neck party because an
Yeah.
ear party, according to Robin Shore, an ear party is the term for like all, you know, lots of earrings.
Right.
So
You don't
I've
see that as
noticed-
much anymore. There was a
No, it's
period
coming
there where
back.
it was like
Yeah.
lots of earrings. Yeah,
It's coming back.
It is.
But I noticed cool girls wear lots of necklaces. Exhibit A. Now, Emily, when did you start wearing multiple necklaces?
I made most of these.
Ooh.
I just started, like, I had all these. I kind of have a problem on eBay, but I collect all these strands of gemstones, like faceted rondelles is what they call them.
I've never
But
heard of
and I just I've got like carnelian, and I've got like chalcedony, which is like an easily dyed gemstone, and then I just started making these, and I was like, I want to wear all of them at the same time.
And now you
started
are
doing it.
Is the heart's a knife, right?
Oh yeah, the heart's got knives
Really?
in it. Yeah, thank you for remembering, Jordan. This is like my favorite necklace of all time. But yeah,
So-
it's got little knives that come out of both sides.
Is that for in case you need it, or is that like
Yeah,
just
like you have a little
cool?
knife
It's
for
honestly,
self-protection.
it's just the coolest way to open packages whenever I'm with somebody and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got a box. I'm like, I'll handle that. And I got to bend over. to
Yeah.
do it. But I think the main reason for this is probably a manicure thing, like to like scoop gunk out of from inside of your
Ew.
neck. Sorry.
No, please.
We did 20 minutes on shit at the top of the show. The finger gunks, that's
yeah,
fine.
no, I think it's okay.
yeah. But yeah. So I pretty much wear this set all the time.
And now I'm assuming you take it off when you shower,
Only because of the pearl.
right?
But yeah, I take it off when I shower.
Do you sleep with it on?
Sometimes if I'm really sleepy, because I hate when things touch my neck in my sleep. I'm like usually got one hand in
Right.
a shirt, like holding it out.
Interesting.
But if I'm so sleepy, I forget to take them
yeah.
off. And then
But you hate when things touch your neck when you sleep, but you can deal with like 4 or 5 necklaces.
yeah, because it's like I make them long enough to the point where it's hitting the shirt.
got it.
So it's not too, I can't do chokers. I
Yeah.
never could. Those stretchy ones that we had
Yes.
in the 90s,
I
can't do it.
They catch your hair. I went through a big choker phase.
They were so cute. They
Yeah.
still are very cute. I just, they bother me.
I feel like they're coming back.
Oh yeah, they're back in a big way. But you know
It's
what I
time for
want?
me.
Remember those big, thick ball chain necklaces we wore
Yes.
in the 2000s, and they just tore.
I had a wallet chain made of that.
Oh, so cool.
So cool.
But this-
I was very cool. You were right.
My
That's
sister-
correct. It
That was cool. But they just ate my neck up because they're made out of the worst metal ever. I just had this rash in the
Right.
shape of a necklace all the time in middle school. So I'm on the hunt for a sterling silver one.
oh,
that I can wear
bet
all the-
Tiffany will make them any day.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. But it's very hard to find those things. And I can't find a sterling
Yeah.
silver one. So if anyone knows,
If I see one, I'll let you know.
please.
My sister, when all this was popular, so she has black hair. She had like a little bit longer than shoulder length curly black hair, and she got 2 blonde streaks put in the front.
So
And
cool.
she wore the ball chain and around her neck, choker length, and she was the coolest.
I
Cool
love
as
that for
fuck.
her.
She was so. I just remember it was her first year of college, and I remember looking at her photo in the lookbook and just being like, you did it. You're so cool.
You're Avril
Nailed it.
Lavigne now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. I have found the video. Now, Tony, I may end up asking you to cut a little bit of it because it's a minute.
Okay.
Will you show me what you're looking for? I'm taking a video.
The deet.
The what?
The deet.
I thought it was the stank.
Oh, it's the stein.
Did you name it the deet? So will you show me how you find the thing that you're looking for?
I do this.
Did you find it? Will you come show me? Show me what it is?
I can see it
Okay, and now tell me why you like that part.
because the feeling of it.
Oh. Okay. And what's it called?
I give it the name for it, so it stank.
Oh my God.
This kid would kill it in Nashville growing up. My parents, like when my sister was little, she went to preschool at this place, but apparently they all had real thick accents.
Oh, okay.
So she came home and was like, I hit my head. And my parents were like, oh, you got to work on this immediately.
Did you ever have an accent?
I do when I get angry and when I'm drunk. Like and I immediately started doing it once, but it's like once you said it, or when I talk to my parents on the phone.
I can hear
A
an
lot.
accent.
Tiny bit.
I have a little bit, but like when I first moved to New York, because I lived in New York for 5 years, apparently I didn't think I had one, but people would make fun of it
Oh, wow.
and like talk to me back, and I was like, what? And then it kind of, I think,
Your version of
faded away.
Like,
I think
what?
it kind of faded away for a while there, but if I'm around my family or if I'm trying to make a point or something at work and I'll be like, this is bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Which I probably shouldn't say that I swear like that at work.
Oh, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's
Bullshit is fun to say Southern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say hello and welcome to the new patrons. That's what we should do.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Hello and welcome to Gervais Moran. What an amazing name. Signed up for an annual subscription. Also to My Frol Rame. I don't know what it refers to, but I like it and I like that you're here. To Micmo, signed up for an annual subscription. And to Mark, just Mark. Hello, welcome. I hope you are enjoying all of the stuff that you now magically have access to. I love you. Okay, let's do Just Me or Everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
All right. Does anyone here have a Just Me or Everyone? I can pull up some listener submitted Just Me or Everyone's.
I have one.
Oh,
I
let's hear it.
had a couple that I wrote down. I'm reminded of this at home anytime I scoot in a desk chair across the room. I think of Alex P. Keaton in the opening of Family Ties.
So
It's
you
just-
mean like in a chair that has wheels?
Yeah. Just
I was
because I go
imagining
from like my desk to like a different spot, and I always picture him like because he
In
like
the
looks at a
opening
book
credits.
and like hits the table and throws his hands in the air.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what happens in my head every time.
That is the episode where he starts taking Mallory's friend Effie's diet pills to
Oh.
study. So
That's so exciting when you see the moment in the opening credits in an
That is
episode.
exciting.
yes, I know, and I never realized the reason he's so like animated is because he's supposed to be all hopped up on speed.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, hopped up is drunk, right?
No, I think you can use it across the board.
Okay.
for a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
think it's
things.
just any
Someone
kind of
corrected
inebriated.
me years ago because I said hopped up meaning up, and they're like hopped up refers to hops.
Ugh,
So
this person sounds great.
tons
You know,
of fun.
language evolves.
Yes,
I think
exactly.
it could be meth.
Somebody
it could be
actually-
Red Bull.
In New York, this is a Southern thing, but I say cuss instead of curse.
Right.
I've always wondered which one it's
That's
supposed
a
to be.
is it just me for
Yeah.
sure? But I always say cuss or cussing.
Cuss words
or cuss words.
Yeah.
And this kid from like UCB is like, there's no such word as cuss. It's curse. And I was like,
That person should get together with this other person.
I have still thought about it like every day since
is
like
I said it.
2005.
You know
Classic
what I
Just
was
Me or
cussing
Everyone.
about. So it
Cussing
was-
is a word.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a word. I'm saying it. Like
I've always
but
wondered, is
it
it
is.
cuss or curse? Because I like my ear has heard curse.
I think
but
it's
I cuss-
interchangeable.
I hear cuss more often though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, this person's wrong.
Yeah, that's right. And then Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Right, they would
They
say
would
cuss.
say cuss instead of cussing.
Wes
okay.
Anderson
Oh.
would never put in anything
Yes,
that
exactly.
didn't have a proper Latin derivative.
All right, Andy Neiman says, I have a nice letter opener. It's a fancy one that looks like a swordfish, but it's never handy when I want to open a letter, so I wind up tearing mail apart like a slob. He needs a heart knife necklace.
He sure does.
Yes, I don't have a fancy one that looks like a swordfish. I have a cheap one that looks like a ruler with a little edge on it, like a little hook edgy thing. But if I can't find it like right away, then I just rip it open and get a paper cut sometimes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I have a dagger from the Renaissance Fair.
From the what?
Sorry.
I didn't.
From the Renaissance Fair.
I didn't.
Are you sure it's appropriate to go to the Renaissance Fair with your kids through here?
I didn't. I didn't mean. I feel like that came out rude the way I said it.
No, I kind of was
Because I
stumbling
was
with
like,
it.
is it the Renaissance Fair or is there something else called the Renaissance Fair?
Renaissance Fair.
Renaissance Fair.
That's when you have
like
too many
art.
turkey legs. And,
Okay.
I am.
You have a
Listen,
sword.
I've been up since 6 a.m. with my friend at a fucking club.
Your skin is holding up so well.
Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, I got a little dagger from the Renaissance Fair, but it's like not very sharp, so I probably can't use it. I want a real one. I want
A real dagger.
I want a real dagger that's like handmade, like a boot dagger.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should get one.
They're really expensive. The nice ones,
Like, how much are we talking?
900.
Really?
Wow.
It's a premium dagger.
And then I feel
know.
like there's a number of places you can't take it in.
Yeah, I've learned that about
Do you
my
just want it
brass
for mail?
knuckles and my taser.
Do you really have these things?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I have a taser because I don't drive. I'm like a pedestrian and I use public transit.
Oh.
And I've never had to use it, but it's like you just kind of buzz it and people go, "Oh, I can't fuck with her."
Wait, but have you done that? Have you just buzzed it near someone?
occasionally there's there'll be a man following me, which has happened a couple times, and I'll just be like, "I have a taser," and then like buzz it, and you'll be like, "Okay," and then walk away.
Jesus.
So,
but wait, do you think he was
yeah,
good on you? But
Thank you.
Was this guy like? Were these guys that were for sure following you?
yes,
Okay.
and also
I'm sorry, I
as a
feel-
woman, you just know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
absolutely know when somebody's following you and it's not right, and or they start talking to you or something like that and saying weird stuff under their breath, and then you're just like, I just think you should know I have a taser. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah, no,
you
that's
know?
so nice. And by the way, I feel like I need to cut people off at the pass who are going to write in and say I shouldn't have even asked that because that's
No.
gaslighting.
No,
but
it's
yeah, I'm
not.
with you. I just wanted to understand in
But
what
I
circumstances
think
you're
that question
tasing.
is very, very valid because I don't want to like tell people to just be running around with tasers all willy nilly.
Yeah.
You know, there is like a responsibility to it. You know,
What
mine's
are the
sparkly with
chances-
pink. I have pink rhinestones on it.
I've never wanted to taser more.
Yeah.
And I don't even leave my house.
I know. They're just fun.
Daniel,
But sometimes I yawn too loud. So it's crossed her mind.
I just think you should know.
But yeah, people don't recognize it because it's got like pink sparkles on it, so I don't usually get stopped. But the brass
do they-
knuckles,
what does it
looks
look
like a
like it is?
sidekick. Those a T-Mobile sidekick.
it does look like that. It's just like a little like rectangular thing. It's very tiny.
What
like
are the
this.
chances of accidentally self-tasing?
Oh, no chance.
Small?
I mean, I've never done it. There's like a on-off switch, and then there's a button.
Okay, so you have to be
it's-
deliberate about it.
Yeah, but one of the buttons is a flashlight, and sometimes I forget
Oh.
which one it is.
Oh, geez.
But and you have to keep it charged. You know
Is it like USB?
Yeah,
Sounds really convenient.
yeah.
love
it was
th-
like
I love this.
$17.
Wow.
Tasers for everybody.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
know. My friends are just like, why don't you just have pepper spray? And I'm like, because I'm the idiot who's going to spray it into my own face.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to spray it in like a little bit of wind, and it's just going to gust back.
Is this
at
one of those
me.
that shoots out, or you have to jab someone?
I've
with it?
never ever had. Oh yeah, you got to jab them.
With
Have
the
you
taser?
ever used it on anyone just to see if it?
No.
Jordan, would you be willing to right now to test it out right here on the air?
I didn't bring.
How many
I didn't bring
Patreon
it.
listeners do we have to get? If 500 people subscribe, Jordan will get tased in the yard.
Awesome.
So wait a minute. You said you have a taser and what was the other thing?
Brass knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
Which again, it's like I'm never gonna use one of these things. It's just like it makes me feel safer knowing I have it.
They
in my
need
bag.
to have. I'm sure they do. Brass knuckles that don't look like brass knuckles that you could get into a.
Oh, mine's kind of cute. They're black and they have like little skulls on them.
Yeah,
That's
but
cute.
something that looks like something else that,
Yeah.
where you could sneak it
Like
into
a
place.
looks like a glove.
Yeah,
I
or it looks like a
almost
keychain.
bought. I was in Little Tokyo yesterday in this really cute store, and they had a comb knife, like a really pretty little tiny vintage comb knife.
I-
almost got it.
I knew a gal who had a belt where the belt buckle you could pull out of the leather, and so it was like a knife, and you could really hold it in your
Whoa.
knuckles like this, but it could get through security. So it was like,
Wow.
you know, it was like
nice.
the buckle.
A
you
lot
just-
of fun, fashion, forward weapons out there.
Yes. Have you
Yes.
ever taken a self-defense class?
Yes, I have. Because I got mugged in New York, and I started getting, especially when people are following me, I'm very hyper vigilant of that. So I went to this guy who was a comedian, and also his name's Diego Lopez, and he teaches like he's an MMA guy, but he also teaches kids and all this stuff. So I would go and at like 6 a.m. and he would do this thing where he would follow me, and I didn't know when he was gonna.
Now,
like,
did you know
grab
this
me.
was happening, or he was just?
He was training me to kind of know how to
Oh,
handle
wow.
myself if somebody was chasing me from behind,
Uh-huh.
because that was what happened to me. So it was like he'd like grab me from different angles, and so I learned how to like use my body to throw the person off of me. And then, but the fucked up part, can I swear?
Yeah.
Is that, okay.
Yeah.
The fucked up part was that he was like, so once you get him on the ground, you cannot end it there. you have to just go at them on the ground or else they're going to grab your ankle or get up and then chase you again. So he's like elbow to the nose every time. And I was like,
I thought
oh
when
my
he thought
God.
foot to the nuts.
No, you just use your elbow and just go at their face.
So he wanted you to do that to him.
No, well, he just told me these are the things you have to do if
Right.
you're ever in this situation.
Okay. This is good to know.
But I don't know how, if they come at me from the front, I'm at a loss.
See, I wouldn't.
I'd be like, hey, can you just
turn
wait
around real
1
quick.
second?
Yeah.
Okay, now do it.
I just need a texty. I go, hold please. Because elbow to the nose is like you're so close to them. That's why I would want to like kick them in the
eyes
nuts
and
or something.
nose. He was just like eyes. If they're on the ground, you just get on top of them.
And you're
go
trying
for
to
it.
break their nose.
Yeah. Well, it's just like really shocking to get hit in the nose. You know when you accidentally get hit in the nose by something and you're like,
I did by
"Whoa."
my child, and
It's
I got a
the
nosebleed.
worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling. So it's just like shocking to the system.
And he would do this to you out on the street where people could see.
No.
Okay,
He had like I don't know if you
A
call it-
dojo?
Yeah, he had a dojo.
got it.
So
Okay.
you'd go there and he would also like do a special if you had a friend and you wanted to both go there and do it. And I didn't have a friend to bring, but yeah, it was like 6 a.m. and we'd go there and figure it out. But
Wow.
it made me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
I have a quick question for the other men in the room. On the note of being followed.
Finally, the fellas get a chance to talk. Here's how you fix Star Wars. Oh, boy.
But I guess it's kind of a just mirror everyone. If you are walking and especially if there's not a lot of people around and there's a woman that ends up in front of you, do you? Because I get very paranoid that they're gonna think I'm following them,
Yeah.
so I will usually like stop and look at my phone for a little bit, or sometimes
Cross the
or sometimes
street.
they go the other way, or
Yeah.
something even out of my way.
I don't find myself in that situation very often, but like I'll go.
Okay,
like,
we don't leave the house.
like, I don't well, but if I go jogging, and sometimes you'll end up like because of stoplights or whatever in a situation where there's someone that in your paced sort of similarly. So
Yeah.
so
That's
you're
the
like
worst.
just jogging right behind them.
Mhm.
Sometimes I will either. And I did this once. I'm like, I'm not going to do that again. Where you just run real fast. So I'm
Oh
like,
no, that is the worst thing.
no,
you
because
can
then you
do.
have to maintain that pace so it doesn't look like you did that on purpose. So now I'm just like, so no. Now what I'll do is I'll just sort of like stop for a while and let her like get a couple blocks.
I
in,
cross
and
the street a lot. That's usually what I do if I feel like somebody is getting really close or behind me. I'll just go, I'll walk on the other side of the street. And then if they cross, then I know for sure that they're following me.
That's good.
And that's a good rule of thumb. If you're working with a taser, everybody, just try to see if they really are following you.
yeah.
There was one time I lived in New York as well, and I was walking home from somewhere, and it wasn't even that late. It was maybe like 10 or something. Not that late. But what's weird about New York is some streets can be totally desolate.
Yes.
And which is always like unnerving.
Yeah.
So there was this girl ahead of me, and she was wearing this white sundress, and she looked so from out of town. Like she looked so much like she just looked so vulnerable.
Off the turnip truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I ended up like following her like 2 blocks behind her so that nothing happened to her. What the hell am I going to do? I don't know.
Well, if there's more than one person, it is
I
just,
guess,
it's
yeah.
helpful.
I just felt like
You were a hardened New Yorker by
Yeah,
that point.
I
You
really-
knew how to like, fend them off.
But I really felt like I am like, she doesn't know, but like I am her guardian angel tonight. But then now, and it just popped in my head, and I'm like, what if she was like, why is this girl following me?
Oh no, no one ever feels. I
don't think they feel that way
if
about
there's
women.
another
yeah.
woman anywhere where I am, I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
this is great,
Right.
But I feel like LA is way scarier because people don't walk here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like in New York, I always felt pretty safe. I did get mugged, but it was like 1:30.
Where was it?
It was in front of my apartment,
But like what part of town?
Bed-Stuy.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
that's
lived
a
at
little-
Myrtle Broadway.
It's a little rougher.
Yeah, there was a big article that came out, I think, in like 2018 about K2, which was like this synthetic marijuana type thing.
Jingle jangle?
Yeah, kind of. But it was really like a hookah cleaner, and
Oh.
people. But the packaging had like a weed leaf and stuff, so people would like smoke it and freak out, like get really,
Was it,
really
like,
violent.
Bath salts or something?
Kinda, yeah.
Jeez.
And there was like this article that came out, just like tons of people on it at that intersection
wow.
of Myrtle and Broadway, and they were like, they
Heck, you could see my
referred to them-
apartment in that video.
I know. And they were like, they're like zombies. It's like the craziest thing they've ever
Scary.
seen. So that was that area at the time. But I really liked that I felt safe for the most part. It was just like, you know, it's just one of those things when it's your time to get mugged, it's your
Yeah.
turn. You know what I mean? In New York.
Did it traumatize you?
Yeah, for sure. But well, that's why I went to self-defense.
In college, I was in the back seat of my friend's car, and he went to get gas after dark. And I was raised with very overprotective, worst case scenario parents. So I had all these rules about like things to do, things you're not supposed to do. And one of them was like, you don't go to a gas station when it's dark. You don't go to a gas station. But like, I was in college, and I was like, I'm not gonna do everything I can't make my friends not get gas,
Yeah.
But anyway, so my friend is pumping gas, and all of a sudden I hear this thud, and it's this guy with a meat cleaver who's got him up against the car.
A meat cleaver?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I know, it's so
Jeez.
like,
I mean, anything, but yeah, when someone like non-traditional weapons are very scary
Yes.
in their own way.
Yeah.
Oh, this person is just nuts
Right.
and grabbed
Maybe
something.
I should get a rhinestone meat cleaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he goes, give me your fucking wallet.
Great Willie Nelson album.
And so my friend, gives him his wallet, and I'm like in the back seat, and I'm like, lock the doors, lock the doors, lock the doors. But like, and it was my friend Elisa was next to me. Her brother was in front. Like we weren't, and her brother like wasn't a tiny guy or anything. But like we were all so frozen that no one locked the doors. And
my
then like the
God.
guy made eye contact with me.
Jesus.
And I was like, he's gonna come in the car and he's gonna like dice us up to death. But then instead, he had very crazy looking eyes. Like he was probably on K2, but this is
Yeah.
before K Jingle J. I don't know what he was on. Maybe crack. Like very red, like crazy eyes. He made eye contact with me, and then he like ran off. But I was traumatized for maybe years after that. Like I was afraid to go to a gas station in the daylight. I remember that night getting back to college, and like the bathroom was down the hall, and poking my head out the door and just looking left and right, and then like running, like I would just run from one place to another. And then this was the end of my junior year in college, and then I had graduated, and I was playing in a band, and we were in LA, and we were in a park. I think it was by like Rock and Roll Denny's, and we were in a parking lot. And for some reason, my friends had to run out and get something, so I was sitting alone in a car, and just like almost like whiting out with fear, like so convinced that like something bad is going to happen to me.
I moved like right after that
Yeah.
happened, and to like a really cute little like family neighborhood in Queens. And I felt a lot better when I did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had friends walk with me everywhere for quite a while. And I got stitches in my face, and I had like a huge black eye. And
So wait, did he hit you?
no, he bashed my face into a pole. Like in front of my apartment. He
Oh my
chased me,
God.
and then I was like, I'll get my keys out in time. Like what I should have done is push all of the doorbells. I should have just gone down that. I've like thought about what I should have done a lot. But he just took my purse, and I was like, just take whatever you want. Just take whatever. And he took my purse, but I had my wallet and my phone in my coat. So, but no. So I was working in a men's retail store, Jack Spade. It's like
Oh yeah. Daniel has a Jack Spade man purse.
David Spade's brother, right?
Yes, Andy Spade. There is no Jack Spade. But I loved working that store. It was so fun. But yeah, I never made more commission than when I had that huge black eye.
Were you tempted to just paint on a black eye?
A little, but it was like people would like bring me presents and stuff, like
Wait.
customers and stuff.
Wow.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If you don't want to talk about it though, I don't want to.
No,
make you
that's
talk about
fine.
it. Why did he bash your face into a pole? Had you already given him your purse? Like, what
No,
was
he
the-
chased me. Like I saw him at the corner, and I was like, I felt someone following me, like you do. And then I turned around and looked at him, and as soon as I looked at him, he started sprinting
towards you.
Terrifying.
Yes. So then I was like, I'm gonna get my keys out and get in the house, and there were 2 wooden poles next to the door, and he just like shoved me into that pole.
To stop you.
Yeah. So then, yeah. So I was on the ground. He took my stuff. But, and my friend Lonnie, actually, I have a good friend from New York who moved out here. She's a really amazing makeup artist. And she came to the hospital with me, and I was going to have to get stitches. And she's like, where is the plastic surgeon?
Oh, that's good.
And I was like, yeah, great idea. And she was like, they go, he's not here. And she goes, you call him right now.
Oh, good.
And so you can't even see him.
No, I don't see
I know.
anything.
I can't feel this side of my face like very much. So I can like do this with my, but I can't do it on that side.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is awful.
Looking back on it, I'm fine now, but like it was the craziest like thing because I knew that it happened to friends. I had other friends it happened to, and I was like, I just kind of never thought it would happen to me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But yeah, it was weird. So I think you're like, are you traumatized? I'm like, I have brass knuckles and a taser in my purse.
And then, did this happen to you? I would be out somewhere and I would because I had made eye contact with him, I was like afraid of seeing him again. I don't know.
Yeah.
My fantasy was not good fantasy. My fantasy was that he knows that I know what he looks like. So he's going to see me in public and then he's going to want to harm me. Or, I mean, it's like,
yeah.
He sees you and goes, Allison.
oh no. I knew I knew that guy.
I wasn't afraid of that at all. I was like,
You weren't
this
afraid of
guy's
seeing him
never
again.
going to see me. He was kind of like, a crusty drifter dude.
Yeah.
And, also the police, like I went in for lineups and stuff like that, and it was like I never found him.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a good drifter? Like, I feel like drifter is a profession that just it breeds
Appeals to the worst.
Well,
The worst.
if you're a single lady trying to date, don't go to Venice Beach and date anyone.
No.
Drifts
Because
by.
they're a drifter. They're gonna like
Not here for a long time. I'm here for a good
well,
time.
no, they're gonna come home with you and end up like living on your couch forever.
Yes.
Like they just kind of get in there. I've had one of those.
Oh, you did? You
I
had
had one. Yeah, I was an idiot. Like when I first moved here.
Was he attractive?
Yes, they always are.
Yeah, charming, attractive, and charming. How'd you finally get him to shove
I
off?
screamed at him. I
Oh,
was like, "Get the fuck out!"
He's like,
Take your
this is
didgeridoo.
take your
Find your other
didgeridoo,
flip-flop.
take your rain stick.
Yeah, I have a Renaissance fair dagger. You better fucking watch out.
It's not that sharp.
What are those things called? The stick where you flip the thing?
Oh, the devil stick.
Stick.
yeah, this is totally
Get
that
on
guy.
your unicycle.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. Let's do one more, just me or everyone. And then I think it's time, guys. Time to put this show to bed, which I've never called it that before. Okay.
Tuck it in, kiss it on the forehead,
Grab
a
that
glass of
stank.
water.
Get that stank.
Grab that stank. Mama, my stank.
Okay. Jack
Stranger
says,
coming for my stank.
no matter how fresh milk is, it always smells a little bit spoiled. Just me or everyone.
Oh yeah.
When you first open a milk, you get a little whiff if you're close enough to
A
the
little
milk.
stank?
and it's like, is this
Yeah.
is this stank? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what that's like, and you have to I have to reassure myself. I'm like, okay, here's the date. I know when I bought it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, it's fine.
Sometimes I feel like especially if it's a carton, which fewer and fewer cartons in my life.
Yeah.
More and more plastic bottles. But
Sure.
I feel like the lip or whatever of it like can get a little funky up there.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
And then this actually almost 100% of the time at my parents' house, their milk has a stank.
yes, their milk, but it'll be good. But
And
it's
then my
got a bit
mom
of a
will
stank.
say, no, it's good. It's just at the top. And then I have to pour a little bit in a cup and double check. And she's right.
Yeah, I think lunch meat stank is the worst. Though.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, when you open like a
Yes.
Hillshire Farm Go Meats, and
It always smells rotten. Yeah.
It's
You know,
so gross.
I used to think that if you saw the meat with the little, and you looked at it and it had that little rainbow sheen
Yeah.
to it, that meant it was going bad.
oh,
And
What does it actually mean?
it just is when they slice it, the fibers are going in a direction that just make it look like it gives it that. It's not like some sort of bacteria or anything.
Right.
It's
It's-
just the slice. It's just the angle of this.
it's the
slice.
shimmer from Annihilation.
Yes. Yes. So,
Real fast. And then we are going to end because we're over time. But so Daniel has brought up a couple times that, are you guys aware that there are people who feel that like lunch meat and processed meat causes cancer?
there aren't people who feel that way. It's a
been
number.
proven.
It's a category 1 carcinogen.
Yes.
It's been proven to cause stomach and colon cancer.
Wow.
Yes.
Scientists believe that.
Why
Scientists
is that?
believe this.
Because it's processed and there's hormones in the meat or something.
I don't think it has to do. I don't think it has to do.
carcinogens, I
I think it has to do with the way it's processed, like it's high heat, and
Yeah, I don't
but then I also think that what I was reading is that maybe red meat red meat, even if it's not like processed that way, also has carcinogens.
maybe.
I don't know.
Something about pork, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's really like
The most dangerous.
A fun way to end the show.
yes.
I looked up
I
a
just want to know
map.
if everyone is reacting to this or just Daniel and now me.
No, I remember I had a friend who got colon cancer, and he was so young. He was in his 20s. And people were like, oh, younger and younger people are getting
Yes.
colon cancer. And then I looked at this map of where it's happening the most, and it was pretty like barbecue towns.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Hawaii.
Oh.
Which
So
they do
I was
barbecue
like,
there too.
pork.
the
I think there's something about
but
pork.
they also barbecue the pork there. They do
Right.
the a lot
yeah,
of
but if
barbecue
it's
pork.
maybe it's something about that meat
Maybe.
that it's doing
Spam
that.
is huge in Hawaii.
It
Yeah.
is.
I mean, it sucks, but I think I've read it in a number of places, and I've known about it for a while. But there was a thing, one of those like HuffPo kind of like 5 things that oncologists won't eat or something like that, or won't do.
Hey,
That's about
that's
TikTok.
I love that article. Please
Well,
send it to me.
yeah, and it was like one of them is like, I will never eat like hot dogs or processed
Oh
meat.
man.
Yeah, and it
know.
sucks because you're just like, what?
Sorry.
There's
I
like
can't.
and it's like
But to me, it's
one
like
of my favorite things. When I don't eat it every
you're not
day.
eating
maybe
it
it's
every
yes,
day.
maybe it's justification.
But I think but the article said like if you eat it a couple times a month, that's okay. And it's
Yeah,
like,
and I've also
Oscar
heard that
Mayer
it's like
oven roasted turkey is like something I
so.
when I have it, I eat
what
it
I
every
read,
day.
I don't take. I'm not giving medical advice. Okay, but I think it's like 400 calories a day have to come from it.
For
Again,
it to matter.
not give this. I'm
Oh.
not a scientist.
I thought you said 400 grams.
I thought you said you were a scientist. What the fuck, man?
Okay, I told you that.
In confidence.
Maybe it was 400.
I'm a secret scientist. I'm not telling
No,
you.
I think it was 400 calories.
Oh,
the
that makes me
government.
feel better then. I thought it was 400 grams.
Yeah, I think it was
although it's
400
kind of
calories a day from the processed meat.
Okay.
So you have to really be eating it regularly. So
there
if you
are
like
peop-
hot dogs, if you just eat them every now and then, you're fine.
But it's
Yeah.
also like any deli meat or
yeah, just
Dang.
just easy on the
Wait, if you're an
processed meat.
oncologist or a doctor or
Please
work,
call in.
yeah,
But
let,
what
let
I
us
want to know is
what's
like
up.
boar's head sliced turkey. Does that
Right,
count?
Yes, that
if you're
counts.
going a step up,
Like deli
You know,
sliced turkey. Does
the
that count?
premium stuff.
Right, the good stuff.
Yeah, well, I think there's an article probably out there for that.
I buy Marlboro turkey, so
I just prefer, you know what? I just prefer my scientists to be the ones where it's like, listen, 2 beers a day helps defeat low blood pressure.
Oh, hell yeah. That's
high
my
blood
kind of
pressure. Yeah, it's
scientist,
like,
too. You
yeah.
you gotta clean yourself out with the cigar.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, because I'm considered a tall lady, and there were a lot of tall girls that I grew up with, and everyone's like, it's the hormones in the meat making them grow real tall, and my parents were like, cool, have some more meat. And so it was like everyone thought that humans were getting bigger because
Right.
of the
hormones.
hormones in the meat.
interesting.
So,
Who
Well,
knows? Maybe.
and if that's the case, I kind of like it.
I will say, this is making the show too long, but people did seem to be smaller back in the day.
yeah.
Like if you go to a vintage store and I try to get like a large shirt for men, it's always like I can't
Yeah.
button it.
Oh yeah, and it's they were living off cabbage soup.
Yeah.
because it was the 40s and the war. Like, you know,
Right, maybe. Yeah, maybe it stunted growth for a generation.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You guys, this has been delightful. Thank you so much. Emily, where might we, I mean, you sort of mentioned
Yeah.
some earlier, but like any social media handles you want to throw out? or
Totally.
anything
On
like that?
Twitter, I'm Flemily Emming. I apologize. I'm not gonna.
Seemed funny in 2008.
Sure did.
We're all stuck with our dumb handles.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. And then on Instagram, it's M Flemily. So EM and then Flemily.
Wonderful.
Sounds funny.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah, okay. I usually try and focus my plugs, but I'm gonna try and like do a little plug run. So
Ooh,
let's
here we
see
go.
if
Nice.
this works. Maybe I'm not gonna like it. Maybe the audience will hate it. I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay. Hey, we talked about Riverdale earlier. Guess what? I'm writing some stories for Archie Comics.
All right.
The first one is in stores now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I said stories. I meant store. It's called Pop's Chocolate Shop of Horrors. It is 3 spooky tales
Oh, God.
set
I gotta
in
get it.
Archie's Diner. That is available at your local comic book store now. Give them a call. Pick one up. My next one comes out on June 21st. It is called Camp Pickens. It is 3 spooky stories set at summer camp.
Sounds
featuring
spooky.
Archie
So
gang.
cool.
Yeah, so these are like comedy horror stories featuring the gang. That's coming out on the 21st. You can get that on your pull list now. Hey, if you're in the Southern California area, all the writers are going to be signing Pop's Chocolate Shop of Horrors at Arsenal Comics in Newberry on April 1st. Come on out. It's in the afternoon. I don't have the exact time, but check out Arsenal Comics. They'll tell you when to come. Newberry Park. That's the one. There's two. Anyways, I do a podcast. It's called Jordan Jesse Go. Allison has been on it. Emily has been on it. We have a lot of fun. It's a chat show. Jordan Jesse Go, MaximumFun.org, or wherever you get your podcast. And if you're listening to this the week it comes out, we're doing the pledge drive at Maximum Fun. It's kind of like Allison's Patreon. It's how the show keeps going. So if you're a Max Fun fan, MaximumFun.org/join. Throw us a couple bucks, get some bonus episodes. That's all.
Okay, I have one more thing.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Okay, I've already mentioned this, but please go to the Mythical Kitchen channel and watch the Meals of History series.
Oh,
We
I'm
have,
definitely going to that.
Yeah.
21 episodes now.
Yeah.
I'm really
That
proud
sounds
of it.
great.
Yeah.
Daniel, what about you?
Yeah, no one cares.
Okay, Tony.
That's not true.
It's fine. It's okay.
Tony's playing at the We're About to Die festival at a graveyard, and
come
just
to Vegas
give
in the fall
Give the
and
ferryman your
feel old.
coins, and he'll take you to the other side.
Other than that, Twitter and Instagram at
Tony Thaxton.
and Bizarre Albums every Tuesday.
And if you like what you're hearing, or even if you don't, please make sure you're subscribed.
Especially if you don't.
Especially if you don't, make sure you're subscribed. Tell a friend. Leave us a nice comment, 5 stars. It helps out the show immensely. And follow me on social media at Allison Rosen on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm on TikTok, and I'm the Allison Rosen over there. Thank you guys. Allison. Thank you so much for listening. Listeners, I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen Show?